Hello everyone and Happy New Year! So it's been the third day of my quarantine. So 11 days to go. Yeah. So it's January 1st, the first day of the year. And I know you're wondering where did I spend my New Year's Eve in this room. Kasi nag-inasaran ako. Parang isa. But I'm still grateful. There are a lot of things that you should be grateful for despite of not so good circumstances. So one thing of that is I'm healthy and I'm here in Bohol instead of spending time in Cebu. But yeah, it's actually my first time that I celebrated New Year's Eve alone. Usually it was my family for more than 20 years and then with Dwayne. So Dwayne is probably in Texas right now, but he's taking his rest because he's been worn out because of such a long flight of this. So muna siya. Nothing really happened during my New Year's Eve. I just rest and sleep. I was just listening to the fireworks and firecrackers being burned, being fired by people. So yeah, there are still a lot of things that you could be grateful for despite of not so good circumstances that you have or you are in. Okay. So let me show you the short tour of the room. Okay, wala man ako napakita, but it's not really, don't expect too much because this is a pension house. This is located in Talibon, so it's just basic. Oh, I have my bed and the air conditioning is working. Yeah. And I got desks. The problem I have is this television is not working. It still is okay, but remote is not doing okay, and I hardly see a staff in the front desk, so I decided to not deal with that. Anyway, I have something to watch for and my laptop because Dwayne gave me a lot of copies of movies that he has, and I got closet and I don't want to show the shower. Yeah, it's just typical kind of old. So muna siya, there's the bucket, but I'm grateful that the heater is actually working right. And let me show you what's outside from this room. Empty market. And I'm free to go around this hallway. It's because I'm the secret. I'm the only one who's actually in here being isolated. And I'm lucky, joke. I'm blessed. So most of the stores here at this public market in Talibon are actually closed. Even I guess Jollibee is closed as well. I can't go outside from this. I can go outside. I'm walking barefoot. So they have this area where we could sit down. This is kind of old pension house. But this one is actually a lot better compared to the other choices that I have, or they call that thing. LGU offered to me to stay because this is private. They have private facilities available. So they have that Biraka, a dormitory, I guess, a new one, and there's that a very old pension house as well, located in the crossing section somewhere. It's still located in Talipon. But the problem with others are locations, because internet is not that great, or signal is not that great there. Plus, in Biraca, their rooms doesn't really are having problems when it comes to water source. Last, because I remember we stayed there during our night before the garden wedding. Malingkod sa kanina. Yeah, we stayed there. So I knew that it would be a problem for me when it comes to staying there. But I was thinking of the fresh air. You could possibly stay there. But water and internet connection would be your problem. And I don't know the rest of the pension houses and the dormitory. I guess the other pension house is like they had problem with cockroaches. Good thing this one is just being cleaned up by the caretakers. So yeah, so far the stay of mine here in Bayside Pension House is good because the room is just pretty nice compared to me staying in a public school classroom. You know the situation here in the Philippines when it comes to public classroom and classrooms in or barangay hall. So muna siya. It's a lot better. Kind of comfortable place to stay, and water is just perfectly fine, and I got shower and I got air conditioner, and there's that security guard that's that is working during the night and even possibly during the day. I don't know, I'm not sure because I hardly go out. I just go out every time, like not go out, literally go out from the main door, but just go out to take the trash out or to talk to my brother, but with the distance, okay, social distancing and with my mask on. I just don't have my mask on right now because I'm alone and there's nobody in here right now. So muna siya the advantages of staying here in a private facility and on this specific location, Aninga Pension House. Because the internet connection is really good as well. Not that great like in US or asa pa man na nanindot kaayo nga mga country, but yeah, it's just perfectly fine that you can communicate to other people. The only word I got is so far for this third day is they don't have a staff that I could call whenever I need something during the day and even during the night. There's still that staff that works, but I hardly see the guy or the person. I don't know why. Sumona siya. Talking too much. I'm hoping that my quarantine days will be done soon. Because even though I'm an introvert person, I still need to interact with people. I was actually being able to talk to my family. I called them a couple of times. And on January 5, that will be my 30th birthday. And I'll be celebrating that one alone still because quarantine ko until January 13, I guess. I'm not wrong. Or I'll be out during January 13. So tungkol kay natunog man siya yung quarantine ko, so I'll be celebrating that alone. 30 na ko. 30. Tiguwa nga dahil ko kaayo. Okay, so I'm going to end this video because it's long already. So the update, I'm fine. I'm trying to survive through my 14 days quarantine. I'm okay. secured with the grace of God. I know there's always that God's protection every time and God's favor as well. And I'm going to celebrate my 30th birthday in being in quarantine. So, wala siya. And I was able to at least feel the celebration of the New Year's Eve because I got food from being brought by my family and I got to call them last night. Salamat kaayo sa inyong pagtanaw. Thank you so much for the support and salamat for the prayers as well, especially on behalf of on the part of Dwayne right now. He'll be busy for the next couple of days returning back to his work. This is the Adventures of the Hendersons in the Philippines saying bye for now.